That ball game was absolutely embarrassing. Oh my goodness, I can't describe how bad that ball game was because it was absolutely terrible. It was garbage. Vince Velasquez sucked. The defense sucked. The bullpen sucked. Pivetta, Suarez, Hughes, they all sucked. They were all terrible. Oh my god. The funny thing is, we were winning in this ball game. Remember that? We were winning 7-0. That went away quickly because we lost this ball game 19-11. We lost this ball game to the Miami freaking Marlins. 19-11. We lost this ball game. That's very frustrating. Yeah. It's like I'm back and forth watching this game and just chatting with my bros and playing games and all that stuff. Just back and forth watching this ball game. It's just like I'm just like slowly drifting towards the other TV playing Smash Brothers. It's just like I was done watching this ball game after Vince Velasquez blew to sleep, but I couldn't keep my eyes off of it because the Miami Marlins just kept tacking more and more and more runs. Eventually, it became to 12 unanswered runs. Because it was funny because we also got a 9-7 lead. Couldn't hold that either. And then they scored 12 unanswered runs to win this ballgame 9-11. We get 2 garbage runs late in this ballgame. Didn't matter. Just, our pitching stunk. Was absolutely awful. Oh, man. Ugh. Makes me want to puke just thinking about it. Vince Velasquez, Nick Pivetta, all of that. Absolute garbage. So, let's see the stat lines for them. Vince Velasquez, 2 1/3 innings. 5 hits. 7 earned runs, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts. He just lost it in the 3rd inning. He just couldn't get it done. And this was, like, before this ball game, people were saying, oh, maybe Vince Velasquez has turned the corner. Maybe he has regained something. He's become our second best pitcher. Well, all those thoughts just got dumped down the drain. It's amazing just how badly he blew this ball game for us. Seriously, we gave you a 7-run lead, and in 1 inning you throw that away. It's amazing. And then we do bring in Juan Nicasio to try to finish off the inning. He allows 1 hit, but does get injured after that, so we have to bring in Nick Pivetta. He finishes the inning, but he allows more runs to the Marlins, 5 of them in fact. 2 1/3 innings, 4 hits, 5 runs, 1 earned, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts. No, not good. Not good at all. Ranger Suarez also sucked. It was terrible on the mound. 2 1/3 innings, 4 hits, 3 earned runs, 2 strikeouts, 1 dinger. Jared Hughes comes in, 5 hits, 4 earned runs, 2 home runs allowed on back-to-back shots. And our best pitcher on the mound was Sean Rodriguez. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? And we thought our best pitcher was Roman Quinn. Turns out our next best pitcher is Sean Rodriguez. Oof. Oh my goodness. How many position players this season have we used to pitch? I don't even want to count it. Because more than 2, maybe more than 1 is even embarrassing enough. How many position players this season we had to use on the mound. It's sad. It's absolutely sad. And going back to the beginning of this ballgame, like I said, we put 7 runs on the board. JT with an RBI double. Scott Kingery with a bases clearing triple. Corey Dickerson, RBI double. Even Vince Velasquez gives himself an RBI sac bunt. But no, it all falls apart in the bottom of the 3rd inning when the Marlins just tacked on 7 runs out of nowhere. Vince Velasquez allowed the bases to get loaded. Hits a batter. Drives in a run. A couple guys get singles. And then a home run to tie the ball game. Just everything fell apart. And also the defense wasn't that much help either. We had 1 out in that inning, and there was a ground ball to Brad Miller. He should have had it, and he didn't. And the official scores recorded that as a single. And it's just... And also, the official scores just sucked today in this ballgame because there was a ton of errors in this ballgame that they recorded as singles. And it's just, okay. You're just trying to be nice to the Phillies. Thank you, I guess. But no. There was a lot of errors in this ballgame, especially that Brad Miller one. Maybe could have been a double play right there, but no, he bobbled the ball and it goes into left field, and yeah, runs scored off of that. And before you know it, it's 7-7 after 3 innings. We do make it 9-7. Adam Hazley gets an RBI hit. Michael Franco replaces Brad Miller in this game. He gets an RBI hit, 9-7. But no, the Marlins score 12 unanswered runs. Starlin Castro, the dude didn't even start this ball game. He gets 5 RBIs and 2 home runs. Just, you can't make this up. And the Marlins, no one on their team is good. No one on their team is good. And we lose 19-11. We allowed them to score that many runs to this piss poor ball club. It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing how much we suck against this ball club. And their stats against the rest of the NL East, every single team besides us, they have at least 10 plus losses. They have at least 13 losses to the Braves. I think 13 or 14 to the Mets. 10 losses to the Nationals. They are 8-6 against us. That's just absolutely embarrassing. That is absolutely embarrassing. It's funny, actually, because it can also show that the Phillies suck too. Because honestly, the Phillies, yeah, they suck today. Well, the offense didn't stink, but the Phillies, they do suck. They just can't beat the Marlins. I don't know. I don't know what's wrong. Is it playing down to your opponent? I don't know. They just suck against the Miami Marlins. Or is it just like what they were saying in the broadcast booth? Teams just have your number. Do the Marlins have our number? That's just terrible to think of. A team that only has 46 wins. 46 wins. And they have your number. That's sad. That's absolutely sad. And the starting pitcher coming into this ballgame for the Marlins, he came into this ballgame having a 9+ ERA. The offense did what they had to do. They tacked on all the runs against him. And just... And then the Marlins bullpen, after Wayne Chen comes in, who also allowed 2 runs, they shut down the rest of the door. The Phillies offense couldn't really do much the rest of the ball game, but I'm not blaming the offense because you put 7-9 runs on the board. That is enough to win you a ball game any other day. That is enough. But apparently, with the Phillies pitching staff against the Miami Marlins, they just, some reason, are afraid of them. They don't know how to pitch. They do not know how to pitch whatsoever. And after this ball game, there was a closed-door meeting in the clubhouse. I think it was around 20 minutes or something like that because they were talking about it on post-game, waiting for Gabe Kapler's press conference. The clubhouse was closed for a while. I wonder what they were talking about in there because Gabe Kapler comes out for his press conference just dead look in his eyes. Just didn't really give you an answer to any question. Just Vince Velasquez couldn't locate his pitches. He wasn't good. Juan Nicasio was hurt, like I said. Pitchers couldn't get the strikeouts. They couldn't get the outs that we needed. They couldn't miss the bats. It's just... Well, I understand if I'm Gabe Kapler right there, you can't really explain that at all because the entire pitching staff just fell apart. The entire pitching staff just absolutely fell apart. And after being so dominant against the Boston Red Sox, one of the best lineups in the MLB, you come to one of the worst teams in the National League. Well, the worst team in the National League, and allow 19 runs. That is absolutely embarrassing. That is absolutely disgraceful. How you can dominate such a way better team in Boston to come to Miami, a terrible team, and get lit up. That is... I don't know how to describe that. I just can't. I don't know how to describe that at all. And we have Zach Eflin on the mound tomorrow. That's going to be fun. He's also sucked, as we all know, a lot lately since before the second half. He forgot how to pitch. Like a lot of pitchers in our starting rotation forgot how to pitch. They're not good. We have to rely on Zach Eflin to give us 6 innings. We had to rely on Vince to do that today, but we couldn't do that. Couldn't get past 3. So it's not even safe to say I can rely on Zach Eflin getting past 2 innings. Because I don't trust him. I don't trust anyone on his pitching staff besides Aaron Nola. And Nola pitches on Sunday because they sit down in postgame. He goes on Sunday, and even though Nola's there on Sunday, that's not a guaranteed win because we suck against Miami. We just do. I would love to say that game on Sunday is a guaranteed win with Nola on the mound. But there's no guarantee our offense is going to put this output on the board like they did today. Because you know how much that can demotivate a team after going up 7-0 and then your pitching staff just constantly blows the lead. That's just so demotivating. And even these last 2 games in the series are mandatory wins. But I can't say that we're going to win another game in this series because it's just that bad right now. I don't know what to say. It's absolutely embarrassing. It is. It's just how badly we suck against this ball club. It's not even funny. It's not. It's not funny anymore. It's really frustrating how we lose to this ball club. This is a ball club that you should go in and sweep instantly. You should beat down on this team. Beat down, because that's how bad they are. They have players on this ball club that should not be in the major leagues. If this was a team, if we lost to a team that was good like this, yeah, I would understand it because the team was better than us. They had more talent. There's no talent on Miami. There is no talent whatsoever. And we got beaten up like this. It's embarrassing. It's disgraceful. And the worst loss of the season, basically. Yeah. So, any hopes for tomorrow's ball game at all? Don't forget to leave that in the comments. What are your thoughts on this ball game? What are your thoughts on Vince Velasquez's sucky performance? The bullpen's sucky performance? The offense put all those runs on the board. We still can't win this ball game. What are your thoughts on that? So, don't forget to leave a comment. Don't forget to drop a like. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I'll see you in the next video.